Today I'm going to talk about how I took off of work to go to the Dr. Phil show. Welcome to the 43rd episode of my series 50 Days Till 50, where I share different stories from my life, all leading up to my 50th birthday on July 19th. Today I'm going to talk about the first sitcom I ever worked on called Cuts and how I took off of work to go to the Dr. Phil show. The sitcom was filmed on the Paramount lot as well as the Dr. Phil show. The show was created by a Black woman. Rest in peace, Unetta Boone. It was actually a spinoff of another show she created called 101, which featured the actors Flex Alexander and Kyla Pratt. On my first job, I worked with Kyla Pratt's auntie, KD, and she even invited me to Thanksgiving the first year that I was in LA. I got to have Thanksgiving with Penny Proud. Many years later, I would even interview her for Studio Q on the red carpet. And as far as Flex Alexander goes, I had totally forgot that I had met Flex during Freaknik. And look how I was dressed during Freaknik. Very respectable. I never knew I would meet him later by working on the show, and that I would interview his wife later for Studio Q.
This right here, guys, is an icon.
I even interviewed Robert Richard for Studio Q many years later. He was another actor on 101. Another actor that I saw every day on the show Cuts that I would later interview for Studio Q is Chandrella Avery. You may also remember her as LaFonda in the movie Napoleon Dynamite. I went from driving her on a golf cart to set to interviewing her on Studio Q with Kelly Price.
Yeah, look what y'all think you can sing without me getting there. To you. Happy birthday. Deep birthday. Listen, Kelly is like, you know you can't sing.
I love it, honey. Love it.
Yeah. Did I just get in her song? Yes, I did. Hey, do it to me too. Hey, happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya.
That clip was so appropriate since this is my birthday series. Okay, back to the story. I'll be going on a tangent. This was like the second show that I worked on after moving to California. If you can't find me, child, I'm right over here. Look at me. Now, the reason I wanted to go see the Dr. Phil show was because before moving out to California, I used to watch him all the time. There was a certain period of my life where he was appointment television because I loved how he used to check people. And the stage that he filmed on was exactly next to the one that Cuts filmed on. So we were literally work neighbors. And the day that I picked to go see the show, Omarosa was a guest. Now look how I dressed for work, but check out what I look like when I went to the Dr. Phil show. Oh, I went and found me an outfit. I look completely different. Now how I got to go backstage and be in the front row of the audience of this particular taping, I don't know, because even though I worked on the lot, I didn't know anybody. I just signed up to go just like anybody else would. But somehow I got to go backstage and meet Dr. Phil and his wife, Robin. I remember people at my job thought I was going there to do an interview to work there, but I just wanted to watch the show. I even had them mail me an autograph. That's how big of a fan I was at the time. And I distinctly remember in that episode, Dr. Phil and Omarosa had words back and forth. And when I was backstage, he was like, she's something, isn't she? But you know what's crazy? The very first red carpet I ever had for Studio Q, I interviewed Omarosa and I had a great time with her. I even got to interview her again at Holly Robinson Pete's birthday party. Thanks to Omarosa, I never wear heels on the red carpet anymore.
You got on the high heels too on the carpet. How long you gonna be in the heels?
5 more minutes.
Okay, I was about to say.
Working on so many different jobs in Hollywood to see what I liked, what I didn't like, what fit me, what didn't fit me, led me to doing my own thing, which is Studio Q. So I'm grateful that I had all of these experiences. And I'm glad that I took off work to go see Dr. Phil because I never went again.